I just pulled the 2-barrel motorcraft off. I'm getting ready to throw on the 2-barrel to 4-barrel adapter from Carb to put a 4-barrel Edelbrock on my 390 FE. I just cleaned up the wires for the oil pressure switch and the coil because it's had an engine fire and the wires were a little crispy. I'm going to get ready to start cleaning this up so that way I can install the adapter. Alright, the mounting surface is clean. Getting ready to throw the adapter on. This is the 2-barrel to 4-barrel adapter through Carb Cheater. It's like $50 shipped, and pretty excited to test it out. So it comes with these Allen bolts for the bottom for the 2-barrel portion, and the gaskets. Comes with both the top and bottom gasket, and then these bolts slot in underneath for the top part, so you still have a stud for the carb. So I just found out that it's directional, so if you flip it around, it lines up a lot better. Lines up the ports, so just make sure you don't put it on backwards. This will be the Edelbrock 600 I'm throwing on. It's a little dirty because I got it used, but I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning on it and then I'll throw it on. Just got the barb fitting installed. Now I gotta get rid of this line that was for the old 2-barrel to put some rubber line going to that fitting. Alright, I moved the distributor cap out of the way so that way I could cut the line. So now I'm gonna throw some fuel line on it and double clamp it so that it'll seal. Alright, so I wrapped a clamp in some old heater hose, that way it'll hold the fuel line out of the way. I double clamped it. The fuel line stops about here, the metal one does, and so I double clamped it so that way it won't leak. And then it's all hooked up there. So now I'm going to go and do the PCV next. So the PCV was doubled up. I had it on the top like that, and then it came with this little plug that went in the end. And so I cut the top off and I shoved the plug in there, and then I siliconed it because it was a little loose. Alright, I just wired the choke open because I'm lazy and don't feel like hooking it up. Now I'm getting ready to rig up a fuel system so that way I can fire this thing off again. Alright, so this freeze plug fell out. It lasted 8 years with water in it, and then the year that I wanted to work on it is the time that it chose to pop out of there. So don't do what I did, but I reused it and packed it full of some red RTV. I'm going to fill it up with water and we'll see if it holds. It's been drying for about an hour or so now. I also built a custom throttle linkage and put the air cleaner on. I got the throttle linkage idea from the Craig 909 on YouTube. It was a pretty old video. I bought that stuff about 6 years ago, and I just now put it on because I got a new carb, and it's doing great. I traded out the 600 for a 650 because the 600 needs rebuilt, and the 650 seems to idle and run a lot better. Alright, I took it for a little drive. It's still running pretty good. Definitely needs some timing pulled out of it because it was backfiring like crazy. But got it up to about 50 and then ran pretty good.